All right, so we're going to start with a 6-minute warm-up. We want to gradually increase the intensity either before the warm-up or right after. I suggest you move all the joints in your body. So, roll your head a little bit, move your arms, move your hands, do a little standing on your toes, and you're good to go with the next exercise.
Awesome.
Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
All right, so now we're going to do some side steps. I've got one of our bands. It goes around twice here, so I've got some pressure here. It's a lighter band. We're going to sidestep, and the way this relates to skiing is it works some of these stabilizer muscles here. You're going to feel it in your hips. So it looks like this. Hands in a good ski position as always.
Have more fun with it.
That's right. This next one is a bird dog with 2 different positions. And this is going to work on our core stability and our balance and using our arms and legs at the same time. Here's the way it looks. Position 1, just like a bird dog. Position 2, out this way. Position 1. Position 2, position 1, position 2, position 1, 2, done. We're going to do kettlebell swings. If you've ever done kettlebell swings with a weight, this is a similar motion, but now we're going to use a band. So I have a lighter weight band. I've got looped around my feet so that the band comes up on the inside of my feet. And then the motion looks like this. So this is going to work our core, our quads, and our hips, all of which we use in skiing.
Can I try?
Absolutely. So this time we're going to do push-ups, but we're going to do push-ups with our hands on a football. You remember last time we did push-ups with our hands on a foam pad. That was almost like a regular push-up. This one's a little bit harder. It's going to challenge our core and our stabilizer muscles, much like we do when we ski. So everybody knows how to do a push-up, but we're going to do it on a football this time.
I'm sure this one is pretty challenging.
More so than it looks. Have fun with that one.
If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you.
Exactly right. Now we're going to do a 1-arm row, but the twist is we're going to have our feet in a lunge position. So first we get into a lunge position. Now I want your back foot pointed forward, which makes the balance harder. So we're going to be like this, and we put the band underneath our foot, and then we row with one arm. So we're working on our balance, we're working on keeping our hips steady, we're keeping our core strong. And while that core is strong, we're also doing something with our upper body, which is what you're doing in skiing all the time.
Looks like a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to trying it.
Yeah, you'll like it.
Can't wait.
All right, so now we're going to do split squats with our rear foot elevated. So the way we do it is like this. We put our rear foot up on here, get comfortable in the length, and then we're going to go down to about a 45-degree angle here. That's as far as you go down when you're skiing unless you're on the World Cup tour. So down to 45 degrees is good. Now we're working our strength and our balance and our endurance all at once on these quads so they don't burn when you're on the slopes. They're going to burn some now. This is the most important exercise of all, and we're going to do 4 sets. So one set is reps on one leg, and then we'll switch and we'll do reps on the other leg.
So we're really getting into the strength building part of the program now.
That's right. This is the most important exercise we're going to do today. That's why we're going to do 4 sets of it.
And one more quick question. What size object would you recommend for people to do this on?
Good point. So this is about 18 inches tall. So a small stool, a box like this that's sturdy, an ottoman would work. A couch is a little too high. This is much more like what you feel when you ski. So 18 inches is a good height.
One of my favorite things about this program is how everything is so specific to skiing, so I love that.
Absolutely, which is tailored totally to skiing. And by the way, it also works your whole body. So you can do this all year round if you want, and then you're super ready for skiing.
Can't wait to try it. Can't wait to hit the slopes.
Yeah. Now we're going to work on our balance and on this inside muscle in our leg here. It's called the adductor. So when you're skiing and you're turning, your weight will be on your outside ski, and you'll want to bring that inside ski in frequently. So you have to use these muscles in here to do that. And you also have to balance. I have the band anchored over here in the door jamb. There's two bands looped together so I can get over to here. So I'm going to stand on one leg, and then we're going to squeeze together. So we're turning, we're bringing that inside ski in. Always hands in a good ski position. If you want to get fancy, go up like this. Now we're going to do a little more advanced version of a plank. We're going to do it with our elbows on a football. This makes the plank more challenging for your core. It also puts a little bit of twist motion that you have to resist from the football, which is like in skiing when you're resisting or you're pulling your upper body and your lower body in different directions.
You're liking making things more challenging for us, huh?
Yeah, as we go through the different phases, it's going to get a little bit harder every time. Here's the way it looks.
Just holding the plank.
Just holding the plank we're going to start with 30 seconds and then make it longer as we do it again.
If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you, they say.
That's right. All right, so now we're going to do a side plank. The reason we do this is when we ski, we got to have good stabilizer muscles here. For our balance, and when we're in a turn, we need to be able to contract muscles over here and relax muscles over here. So we need to work on our stabilizer plank muscles on the sides. So we can do it resting on our elbow or resting on our hand. I'm going to do it on my hand because that works your shoulder a little bit more. Either way is fine. Here's the way it looks.
Beautiful. And how long are you holding for?
We'll start with 30 seconds.
Beautiful.
All right, there we go. All right, this is going to be what we call a 4-point rotation over our femurs, over our top leg bones. Now the reason we're doing this is that when we're skiing, our bottom half of our body is going this way with our skis and we're facing downhill. And then we're going back this way and our legs are facing this way and our body's facing downhill. Most of that turn is right here in your hips. So the only part we're turning is here. We're not going to do this during the exercise. We're only going to move our hips. So we want some resistance so we can build up muscle memory and some strength. So we're going to have the band anchored over here on the door. And then we're going to do a 4-point rotation like this, back and forth. Now the 4 points are the 2 points of my hips and the 2 points of my shoulders, and they stay in sync. So we got a 4-point rotation going back and forth. So when we're skiing, the lower body is moving underneath the upper body. When we're exercising, we really can't do that. So we're moving the upper body over the lower body, but you're still going to remember that when you're on the slopes.
Awesome.
We're going to do a chopping motion with a band. This is going to work our stabilizer muscles and our upper body in a different kind of way. Here's the way it looks. Pull across here. Now keeping my hips and my shoulders all facing forward, and I'm only moving my hands across my body.
You know I got to ask you, Steve, how does this relate to skiing?
Well, when we're skiing, we've got to keep a stable upper body while our lower body is moving. So we're working those stabilizer muscles that relate to that. Now, if you want to have a little more fun with this, you can do a little edging when you do this. It's not exactly a skiing motion, but you're teaching your body to do 2 different things at once. Or you could do this if you want.
Awesome. Looking forward to trying it.
Yeah. We did a chop motion a minute ago. Now we're going to do a lifting motion. Again, we're going to keep our shoulders and our hips square. So we're practicing our core being stable. So it looks like this. Now this also works some of the shoulder muscles that you use to keep your poles up in a good position. So we work that in a lot of different ways in these exercises. So we always want to be able to have a nice, good ski position without our shoulders getting tired.
Sounds great.